Hello students, welcome to our online session. Last class we were discussing about decision making statements, and today's session in that we in decision making there are two types of decision making statement: if statement and switch statement. And if statements can be further divided into simple if statement, if else statement, if else ladder, and nested if statement. We have discussed all the four types. Then we discussed about switch statement also. And today's class we will start with loops in C. Okay. The decision making statement, when we consider, it is used for making decision. If condition is true, it will execute the statement and complete it off. Similarly, there are certain situations where we need to repeat the task. The same content should be keep on repeated. Keep on repeated the task. So if I can write a coding in which I can repeat the task and again, then those kind of statement we call it as a looping statement. For example, I want to print prime numbers between 1 to 10. So see, it's the same logic. Continuously it should print. Or if I want to print a set of odd numbers between 1 to 10, like 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, like that, I want to print odd numbers, even numbers. So same task which has to be repeated and again, then I can go for looping statement. So the logic behind looping statement is loop execute the sequence of statement many times until the condition becomes false. So here what happens, the same method I want to continue and again I can use it. So it's may how much ever time I want I can keep on executing. But once the condition become false, it will terminate the loop and it will come out of the loop. And looping statement is consist of two parts. Here we have mentioned body of the loop and also control statements. The body of the loop what we give and the control statement what we specify. So the purpose of loop is to repeat the same code number of times. Depending upon your condition or number of times you wanted, you can repeat the same concept. So what is looping means? Same task which is repeated and again until the condition is true. We call it as looping in C. In C program, loops can be divided into two types. One is called entry control loop, another is called exit control loop. Entry control loop means when I can check a condition at the beginning of the loop, then I call it as entry control loop. So before executing, I will check, then I will execute the program, then we call it as entry control loop. Exit control loop means that I will execute once and then I will check for a condition. Then at the end, when a condition is given, not in the beginning, one time I can execute, then in the end, control is checked. Condition is checked means then I can call it as entry control loop. See the definition given in entry control loop, a condition is checked before executing body of the loop. It is called pre-checking loop. So another name for entry control loop is pre-checking loop. Exit control loop is a condition is checked after the body of the loop. It is called post-checking loop. So entry control means when we start checking the condition, then execute the statement. It is pre. When condition is checked at the end of the statement, at the exit part, after executing the body of the loop, then we call it as exit control loop. Usually the flow diagram of looping statements goes like this. See, we start a program and all, we give a condition. If condition is yes, true means it will once again go back and execute the statement, and it will go and execute the statement, and once again it will go and check for a condition. If condition is true, once again it will go and execute the statement and then come here and check for the condition. Once again the condition is true, it will go and execute the statement and go and check for the condition. Once it checks the condition, this time condition become false, then it will terminate the loop and come out. So here what happened, this loop is being revolved around until the condition is true. So true means it will execute the statement and then once again check for condition, execute the statement, check for condition. But once the condition become false, it will terminate the loop. So the logic behind looping is until the condition is true, loop is executed. When condition become false, loop is terminated. This is about looping. Before entering into the concept, we need to know one definition, which is called indefinite loop. So indefinite loop is a concept where, see, I'm like this. I'm keep on checking. Just now I said no, condition is true, it will execute. Condition is true, and there is no end point for it at all due to certain conditions or other thing. When I cannot stop my loop and loop is keep on executing indefinitely, then I call it as indefinite loop. The loop does not stop executing and process. The statement number of time is called indefinite loop. So this is commonly asked 2 marks question. What is called indefinite loop? The loop which cannot be stopped and keep on executing, that kind of loop we call it as indefinite loop, or we can other name for that is called endless loop. What are the reason for having getting this indefinite loop is no termination condition is specified. So when we have to end, that the termination condition is not specified, then it will lead to indefinite loop, or the condition which we have told when then the what is the concept, when condition become false it will stop, but condition does not become false at all. That's the specified condition never met at all, then also there is a reason, there is a chance for loop becoming indefinite loop. So this is the logic behind indefinite looping. So this definition we should know. Now we will enter into a concept. Looping statement is of 3 types. One is called in C program looping. There are 3 types of looping statement we can write. One is called while loop. Next is called do while loop, and the third one is for loop. Understand? While loop, do while, and for. There are 3 types of looping statement. And today's session we will start with our while loop statement. Syntax for while loop statement will be, use a word while and open a bracket immediately, don't give space, and then this is the place you give a condition, close the bracket, don't end it with semicolon. Why? Because here in while statement we are not finishing the statement, it is not completed, so it continues till this closing of parenthesis loop is there. So we should not end it with semicolon. Then open a parenthesis, specify whatever statements you were, close the parenthesis. So this is the syntax: while, condition, open a parenthesis, statement, closing of parenthesis. This is about while syntax. So what is the feature of this while statement is, while this condition is true, this statement will be executed. Once again, the loop will go back, check for the condition. If condition is true, the statement will be executed. Once again, the loop will go back and check for the condition. Like that, until the condition is true, the statement will keep on checking. But once condition become false, it will terminate the loop and exit. So we will see the points for while statement. It is called entry control loop. Why? Because condition given in the beginning itself. In while loop, a condition is evaluated before processing the body of the loop. That's what condition is checked in the beginning before executing the body of the loop, means before, that is the statement. Before executing the statement, the condition will be processed. If condition is true, then only the body of the loop is executed. After the body of the loop is executed, then control. So see, if condition is true, body of the loop is executed. Body of the loop means this opening parenthesis till closing parenthesis, they are telling it as body of the loop. Okay. If condition is true, the statement is executed. How long means, see, the condition is checked. If it is true, then the same process is executed until the condition become false. So it will keep on executing the statement until the condition become false. Okay. So once the condition become false, it will terminate the loop and it will come out of the loop. For this, all the 3 concept, the flow diagram is this only. So copy the same flow diagram for all the 3 loops. Okay, flow diagram. Here condition I give, condition is true, it will execute the statement. Condition is false means it will terminate. So this is the logic behind while statement. While I give a condition, if condition is true, statement is executed. After executing, once again it will go back and check for the condition. If condition is true, statement is executed. Once again it will go back and checks for the condition. Condition is true, statement is executed. And like that it keep on repeating the process. But once condition become false, it will terminate the entire loop and it will come out of the loop. We can illustrate with one simple example. Here I have declared our first two declaration. I think you know stdio.h and like stdio.h, there is one more header file, conio.h. conio means concatenated input output .h. This is also one type of header file we can declare. Then our main method. Then we are starting int num equals to, I have declared a value called num equals to 1. See, we have initialized a value num is 1. Then I'm starting while num is less than equals to 10. If it is less than, condition is true, then I need to print the value of num after printing num plus plus. After getting incremented, it won't come out because previously my condition was true. Until the statement condition is true, the loop has to go back. So from here, the loop will go back to this while statement once again, check for the num value, check for once again print, then get incremented. Like that it evolves around until this condition become false. Okay. With the value we will, this is the program, how it will, with the value we will try executing. So first condition is, what is the num value? 1 less than equals to 10. Condition is true. Since condition is true, it will come here and I have told to print num. What is the num value? 1. So see, 1 is been printed. And slash n means it will the next value will be printed in the new line. That's all. Otherwise, it's not going to make. After printing, I've told num plus plus. Already num was 1. Num plus plus means it is 1 plus plus, that is equals to 2. So num will become, it was 1 before, now the num value will become 2. Num plus plus means one step it gets incremented. Then it goes back with the num as 2 value. Now what is the value of num? 2. Yes, with the 2, now it will check for the condition whether 2 is less than equals to 10. Once again the condition is true. Since the condition is true, it has to once again execute. Print the value of num. What is the current value of num? 2. So it will print 2 here. Then num plus plus means my num value is 2. When I say plus plus, it will become 3. One step increment. Then the loop goes back. Why? Because my condition was true before. So now with the 3 as an value, it will check whether the condition is true. Condition is true. So come here and I'm telling to print the num value. As of now, num value is 3. It will print the num value as 3. After printing num plus plus, before it was 3, one step it get incremented, it will become 4. Once again loop goes. What is the current num value is 4. Once again current loop is checked. Condition is true. Once again 4 is printed. Num plus plus 5. The loop goes up 5. Condition then also 5 is less than 10. Condition is true. 5 is printed. Now increment means it will become 6. Once again loop goes. 6 is checked. Then also condition is true. Next time it will print 6. Then num plus plus means it will become 7. With the 7 as the value, it will check. Then also condition is true. It will print 7 and in this stage it will become 8. Next it will go and print 8. Condition is true. And it will come and print 8. Then this will become 9 and it will check 9. Condition is true. It will print 9. After printing 9, this is become 10. With 10 as a value, it will check. Just since equal to symbol is there, 10 less than equal to symbol, condition is true once again. So 10 will be printed. Now the value will become 11. With 11 as a value, it will come and check. Now if you observe 11 is less than equal to 10, the condition which was true till now will become false. Once condition become false, it will skip the entire step and will come to the next line. You can see closing of parenthesis, so program is completed. This is how our while loop will execute, and output of the program will be like this. 1 to 10 will be printed. See, 1 to 10 set of repeatedly I will be able to print the numbers. 1 to 10 will be printed like this. Okay, this is a simple example for a while statement, which is quite easy for you to understand also. We will execute the same program in our Dev C++ also and see how it looks. So this is the program we have taken. This is the program we have taken. See, ash include stdio.h, then may num is equals to 1, while num is less than equals to 10, print of num and num plus plus. See, I have done the thing for once. After saving the program, you need to compile. I did not declare. See, directly I have given num equals to 1, so it's showing error. So give int. Now you compile. So once you compile, see error is 0, warning is 0, then you can execute the program. So once you compile, you'll get an output printing between 1 to 10. So this is how we can execute our while statement program. Even you can execute numbers between 10 to 1 also. Just you need to change the logic. Here you make it 10, and instead of less than, make it greater than 1. Until number is greater than 1, then it has to check. Okay, so first thing it will be 10 and check whether it is less than, greater than, equals to 1. Condition is true. Until it becomes 1, it will keep on executing. See, and if you run, you could see a number will be printing between 10 to 1. One thing to remember here, you need to give a num minus minus, because we wanted to come in the reverse order. It should not be plus plus, it should be minus minus. Then you will get numbers printed between 10 to 1. Using this program, you can do varieties of programs like multiplication table, identifying the prime number, factorial of Fibonacci series, like that. Different programs can be tried. Once we finish all the 3 looping statement, we will try out those programs also. This is about while statement in C program. So if you could consider, if it is a while statement, you need to write what is while syntax. Once again, when a question about while statement is asked, you need to write the syntax. Then you need to give this explanation. You need to draw this flow diagram for while statement, the same flow diagram for all the 3 logic. Okay. Then you need to write one example and complete it up. Okay. This is about while statement. Same way, we have one more statement. The logic behind while, like how while statement works, same logic, one more statement will work, that we call it as do while loop in C. Only both are similar. That is while statement, this is do while statement. Only similar difference is in while statement, condition is given in the front. Here condition will be at the end. So the while statement we call it as entry control loop. Do while statement we call it as exit controlled loop. So condition is given at the end. It's like while statement is like your train journey. When you have to enter into the train, first you need to take the ticket, then you have to enter. You can't enter without the ticket. But when it comes, do while statement is your like your bus journey. You can enter into the bus. After entering into the bus, you need to take the ticket. Before getting down, you need to take the ticket. So it will be like do while will be like your exit control. While statement will be entry control. We will discuss the syntax for this statement. So here first the word do will come, and it should be written in small letter, then open parenthesis, then statements, then the word while will come, and then you can give the condition, close the bracket, and end semicolon should be given in the end. Okay, remember, not in the beginning. Here only the line, the while statement is getting completed, so it should be given in the end. So once again I repeat, do, open a parenthesis, statement, close a parenthesis, then give while, and then give the condition. So what happened in while statement? First do statement. Okay, it will execute the statement. If condition, then only at least once it will execute the statement. After executing, it will check for the condition. If condition is true, once again it will go back and execute the statement, then check for the condition. Like that, it keep on repeating the task. But once condition become false, it will terminate the loop and it will come out. So the logic behind the while statement was, when condition is true only, it can enter the statement. But in do while, at least once it can execute the statement, check for the condition. True idre repeat agate, false agbitre, it will terminate the loop and it will come out. This is the logic behind a do while statement. See, the body is executed if and only if the condition is true. In the do while statement, body of loop is always executed at least once. Body of the loop means this part they are telling, that means statement. Statement is executed at least once, then condition is checked. After the body is executed, then it checks the condition. If the condition is true, then it will once again execute the body of the loop. Otherwise, control is transferred out of the loop. It will come out of the loop. This is about do while statement. Then when it comes to program, we will say same program to print the numbers between 1 to 10. We will see for this also. So initial declaration, I think these first two lines you can understand better now. And then I'm giving numbers equals to 1. Number I'm assigning. So do. First, I'm telling to print the num. What is the num value? 1. So 1 will be in the output screen, 1 will be printed. Then num plus plus. So num plus plus means num was initially assigned to 1. When I say plus plus, it will become 2. With the 2 as value, it will check the condition. What is the num value? Current num value 2. It will check whether 2 is less than equals to 10. Whether 2 is less than equals to 10. Condition is true. 2 is less than equal to 10. And since condition is true, the loop goes up and print the thing. What is the current num value? 2. So it will print 2. Then num plus plus. So it was 2 before. When I say plus plus, num will become 3. With the num as 3 value, it will come out and check for the num as 3 value. It will come out and check for the condition whether 3 is less than equals to, whether 3 is less than equals to 10. Condition once again true. So once again it will go back and print 4. The same step is continued until it prints the value 10. Until it prints the value 10. 10 until 10 the condition is true, it will print it up. Then after printing 10, it will get incremented. It will become 11. With the 11 as the value, it will come and check whether the condition is true. What will happen? The condition become false. Since the condition becomes false, the loop is terminated and it will come out of the loop. And then the return 0 we are giving so that you can avoid warning message when you are executing the program. Return 0 means when I'm returning from the main function, nothing is being carried, like that meaning is there. We will discuss in another 2-3 classes, we will discuss a concept of function. That time we will come across the word return. But for these kind of program, if you remove of the return statement also, it's not going to show any mistake. If you give also, it's not going to think. Just to avoid one warning message, we can give the value thing return 0. So if you can see the output, your output will be printing between 1 to 10. Okay. Just quickly, we will go back to our Dev C++. We will go back to our program and we will see how our statement works. Let me share the Dev C++ screen. I think all of you are able to see. Numbers 1, print, I'm telling to print num++, and it should print check up to 10. So I'm compiling the program. No error is 0, warning is 0. Then I'm running the program. You could see the number. I don't know whether you're able to see or not. I think now you will be able to see. You could see the number 1 to 10 is being printed. Okay, this is how the do while statement will execute. So if you consider while today's class we discussed about two types of looping statement. One was while statement, another was do while statement. In while statement, condition is checked in the beginning. In do while statement, condition is checked at the end. While statement, when condition is true only it will execute. In do while statement, at least once the condition will be statement will be executed, then it checks for the condition. And then you have a different syntax for while statement, you have different syntax for do while statement. You have two different examples for while statement. Okay, so this is the difference between while statement and do while statement. And this difference between while statement and do while statement is one of the important question. So you just watch this video, and in the classroom app you write the difference between while statement and do while statement and post it. That will be your today's exercise. Okay. So today we have discussed two major concepts. One was while statement, another was do while statement. Next class we will discuss about for loop. Okay. With this I stop this session. Have a nice day.